Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to show you how I transformed my nails and removed complete set off without using acetone. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Now getting started, I am showing you my growth so far. My extensions have been on for about 4 weeks I say, and as you can see that there's some hard skin around, but minimum to no lifting except my pinky finger where I hurt it, and I've got some lifting there but very minimal. With my Chiara Sky jelly tips, this is what happened literally a week and a half, 2 weeks after I've applied it, but that was because I hurt myself and yeah, I had some bruising on it, but you'll see later on I get bruised on most of the nails without having to hurt them. So it could be something that I've used. Check out the video previous to this one to find out exactly what it is that I did. I used my own system and see what comes up. Anyway, now I am going to debulk and remove the length of my nails. At first I removed a tiny bit because I thought I'll just leave them on and just change the shape and a bit of the length. But then I changed my mind, as I always do. The bit that I used is fine, which was the wrong bit. Don't know why I chose that one, but I just went along with it. It took a little bit longer to take off the bulk, but this is a great bit for when you get closer to your natural nail, because it does not take a lot of material off, and then you can obviously stop whenever you can. Now the first tip or trick, well, is my tip, is I use it on myself constantly because as I said in my previous videos, I have eczema on my hands, and this does not allow me to use acetone because it makes my skin even drier and causes pain. So my tip is use an e-file and take away as much of the acrylic as possible. I normally take away 99.9% of it, but that's just me. If you're a beginner, I do not suggest you do that unless you're comfortable, because you can file off your natural nail and you can hurt it, and you do not want to do that because then it becomes a lot more sensitive. Or if you just want to change your set completely, you can file down to a very, very thin layer and then continue on with your prep, prime and base as normal. But in this video, I'm showing you a full removal of the gel, and going forward, I'm showing you another trick on how to make sure that you get minimum to no lifting whatsoever. So this I've learned along the way. If it has helped you guys, a big like would be great. A comment to let me know would be appreciated, and let's get started. So as I said, now I'm just literally removing the bulk because I thought I'm just gonna keep the gel on, but no, I changed my mind. Anyway, now I'm gonna remove my Chiara Sky. Now I'm using my cutter, which was very nice and easy to cut off the length, and then I'm coming with my e-file. I do have to say it took a lot longer to file down the jelly tips than it took the actual gel from my other hand. Anyway, as I am removing the bulk, I'm realizing the amount of lifting that I got from this. I have used the product that I've used here. I did use it before. I did not get lifting on my other process, so I don't know why I got the lifting. Anyway, over here my ring finger has the most amount of lifting, which kind of shocked me a little bit because they had bulk on it as I put a milky white builder gel on. Anyway, I'm gonna go soon to my left hand where I am completely debulking, and then I'm coming in with my e-file to go around my cuticle work. Now this cuticle work is the one that is the most important when prepping your natural nail. So the reason why I find it the most important is because you do this properly, you get minimum lifting. You add the trick that I'm going to show you soon, then you get 0 to, well, let's say 1% maybe. It depends on the product that you also use, which is gel systems, what kind of gel system you use, acrylic system, whichever one you use. I haven't sped this up, I'm just showing you that I'm going from the middle of my nail to the right, to the left, and then going in reverse from the middle to the right, and in sort of circular motions, and that way you don't just keep your eval in one place for too long, because that's how you can cause a dent in your nail, and then that's how it's going to grow out, and it's going to be a little bit sore, and you don't want that. So the bit I'm using is very fine, hence that's why my dry cuticle looks like dust. Anyway, I'm just showing you the removal part at a normal pace. If you want to speed this up, you can do, but as I said, it's very important. I'm moving my finger sort of upwards so you can see the inside of my cuticle. Another thing I want to say, I go as deep as I can with my bit because I can. You don't need to force your bit inside if you've got no space in between your nail and the cuticle to go in, so you can literally just go right where the cuticle ends and the nail begins and file off the dead skin. That's all. I do tend to go a little bit deeper because I do have a deep sort of depth between or in between the nail and my skin. Right, so I'm showing you a little bit of a close-up here as I go in circular motions and buffing away, to say, because this does feel more like a buffer than anything else. This drill bit is for beginners. It is great to use because you don't harm yourself. I'm going at about 17 RPMs and you don't feel anything, so this is perfect. If you can find it, then do so. If you are a subscriber or you're not, please consider also checking out my Instagram, as I post there a couple of videos and pictures of what I do when I do not add on YouTube, or when I do add on YouTube, or you're just gonna have to check it out and find out. Anyway, now I'm showing you the reverse way of this, and as you can see, I don't know why I always have more dead skin on my right side of the nail compared to the left side. Don't ask me why, it's just how I am. Showing you now, it's still not as clean as it should be, hence the trick I'm going to show you soon to make sure that I have removed all the dead cuticle, made it nice and clean, and it looks amazing after you reapply the gel if you want to, or it looks amazing even without it. I'm gonna let you guys watch this process. If you don't, or if you know the process and if you're okay with the process, then keep on skipping until you get to where I am showing you the trick. Okay, coming to you soon. Alright guys, so we're done with this step, and now we're coming in with scissors, cuticle scissors. I'm using my Stylix Pro Expert 10/2. I love this because it's thin and the pointy edges are pointing on the opposite direction of where the blade is. Anyway, scissors with thin sharp edges is perfect for even the small cuticles, so that's why I'm in love with these ones, because on some of my nails I have very small cuticles and on others I have quite big, but it works perfect either way. So I suggest, well, my opinion is you can't go wrong with the good cuticles, but they have to be very, very thin on the edges. Yeah, so keep in mind that I have struggled many years to find a good cuticle scissor, or nippers for that matter, and I was not able to until, let's say, about 2 years ago almost, when I had these, and I was just in love. It's very fast, it's very quick, and easy to use. Now I am going to let you watch this, and I'm going to come back to you when I continue with the process and with the next steps. Okay. I'm back, guys. Right, this step over here, this is an extra step that I decided to do lately. It's not mandatory. I do it because, well, it helps me remove some of the dead skin that I can't get with the very, very fine cuticle bit. This is a bit more coarse. As you can see, it's green and it's very, very small. And I'll show you a comparison, a difference between the one that removes the dead cuticle above the edge there and the one that cleans right on the edge. This is a little bit more coarse, so you feel it a little bit more. That's why you sort of play around with your speed. I went with this one, I think it was about 12 to 15 RPMs, about there. And I was fine. It didn't hurt, it didn't burn, it didn't do anything, and plus it took out, as you can see, a lot more that I could remove with the other one. I'm gonna just show you here that I am taking off the dry hard skin on the sides as well with that, which is great, and removing the dust. And I'm showing you now the difference between that tiny one that I've just used and the normal one that you go around over the cuticle, so not on the edge but just over it. I'll show you in a minute. This, there you go, and that removes any sort of leftover dead skin that's pointing out. If I'm explaining that properly, it's great. If not, I apologize. But that helps everything sort of smooth it out. And that is it. That's the process that I do so far. As I said, the tiny ball bit is just an extra. You don't necessarily need to do it, but I've done it because, well, that's the part I love the most about doing nails. And yeah, what is your favorite part when you do nails? When you do a full set? My favorite part is the cuticle work. You know, when you look at it at the beginning, it's all messy and dried cuticle everywhere, and when you clean it up and you put your dehydrator on and your nails look perfect, you think, wow. Anyway, removing all that, and this is my trick to you. This is it. It's literally wet wipes. Any sort of wet wipes works. I've got this from Asda, Fresh and Clean. It's plastic free because I'm allergic to latex, but anyway, doesn't really matter. And I'm going in with that around or inside, as deep as you can go in your cuticle, and that removes dirt that you may have had there. That removes any leftover dry cuticle that was stuck on. So this is me showing you a preview of how it is after the work and after this wet wipe. I'm telling you guys, it does work perfectly. After you do this, you come in with your prep and scrub or your dehydrator and you're as good as new. It's less lifting, I promise you. It has done wonders for me, and I'm sure it's going to do wonders for you. But it's great. So you just properly give it a good clean. Don't try and don't leave anything behind. Unfortunately, I'm thinking about it just now, I should have showed you the wet wipe after. So there was a lot of still some dirt around and dust, and I collected all of that with the cuticle work. Not with the cuticle work, guys. I am sorry, I'm repeating myself. With that wet wipe. Now I used a orange stick to do this, but you can use a cuticle pusher. It does just the same. Now I'm showing you the difference between my work and a nail without it. So this is the cuticle before and after. What do you guys think? Don't know. If you guys enjoyed my video, please give it a like and leave a comment so I know that someone out there is enjoying it. And if not, then don't do a dislike though. Just leave it, just cross on. It's fine by me either way. Anyway, I'm showing you now what you should do next. If you want to proceed with a new set, you literally come up with your prep and scrub if you have one. If not, prep and primer is just fine. So you come with your prep, putting it all over, making sure that your natural nail is full dry, and then obviously it dries by air. It dries extremely quick. As soon as I finished applying it, it dried. And then coming in with your primer. Now the primer does need a bit of time to dry, so let that fully dry before applying any base. But this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed my videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.